I was having a call with a client recently and we talked about something and she said, "Oh my gosh, Grace, I wish that you recorded these calls. You need to tell everyone." And I thought about it and I realized this was the best place to share it. The gist of it is that endurance, okay, to suffer for a long time sometimes is what endurance means, okay? But to endure something, but to do so without boundaries, that's not strength. That's disrespect. Enduring abuse or mistreatment is not spiritual strength. If anything, it's self-abandonment. There is something in the spiritual space, and I love to ask the question, who benefits from this? Who benefits from you believing that you deserve or that you should have to experience it because it's just a part of something? Or who's benefiting from you believing that you are spiritually strong for putting up with stuff, for taking it? This was a hard one as I reflected on how I wanted to approach it, because endurance is a good thing. Endurance builds character. It is very good to be able to endure, to be able to be resilient in the end. That's excellent. But in the spiritual space, there has been a misconstruing of truth regarding endurance. It's only worth it if you're running the right race. Running to run to the point of being in pain for absolutely nothing, or for the sake of making someone else feel something but not really for a purpose. Mm-mm. Boundaries are sacred, not unloving. To be able to endure, but with a boundary, to respect yourself in that way and say, look, maybe it's because I know how strong I am. I also know my weaknesses. I know that if I go too far in this particular race, that I will not be of any good to anyone after that. So I can go 3 miles, but I can't go 4. Okay, buddy? There are going to be people who say, how dare you not go? But if you know, then what's the point in arguing? If you know that you can only put up with so much before you explode, and you put yourself through that stuff, you let people into your life bring you to the brink or even make you just fully lose yourself. What is it about that we're all taught to believe means you're so powerful? I think it's a false teaching. I think it's actually a false, low vibrational masculine teaching to tell feminines to just keep taking it. I think it's from some old, ancient, low masculine energy that wanted to abuse, that wanted to be able to do whatever it could, whenever it wanted, right? And it realized that if it just taught the feminine energy in its life, maybe it was a caveman and a cavewoman, I don't know. But if it just taught that person, hey, this is life. You take what I give. Easy peasy. Pass it on down. Generational curse after generational curse. Divine doesn't ask you to shrink to fit someone's dysfunction, friends. Divine asks us for a lot. Those of us who are divine, we're aligned. We want to participate. We want to live on purpose. We want to be intentional. There are things that, we're asked to do, sure. But somewhere it got lost in translation that we would have to do that on behalf of people who were spinning their wheels, going nowhere, doing nothing, wasting time, wasting energy, energy vampires, energy suckers. No. True love honors mutual well-being. To keep running, to keep going to the point where you give 200% and someone else gives 0. That will only lead to death. And to stand beside someone and tell them that that's an acceptable way to love you, by not loving you at all, really, you're only teaching them that what they're doing is love, but it's not. Look, pain is not proof of connection. Respect is. You should only put up with things when it is a part of the plan. Hey, we sat down, we spoke, I realize I have anxiety issues, you realize you have anger issues, we're going to work on these things together, we're going to give each other 1 year to do it without therapy, we're going to both learn this, I'm going to learn about anger too, you're going to learn about anxiety too, we're going to figure out how to accommodate each other. Excellent. If that is not the conversation, but it's simply shut up and take it, then you're not doing anything. There is no plan. There is no honor. Now, let's say you had made that plan and it's a year now, and you look back and you realize they weren't consistent and you've grown a lot farther. Then it's up to you to decide what boundary you're going to lay down then. If you in that moment just said, oh, well, we tried for a year, I guess I'll just give them however long they need. No. So many of us do this kind of stuff. We take it and we take it and we take it. And then we're so exhausted. We're so tired. The person looks at us and they say, you're not the same person that I knew back then. And they leave and they hop, skip off, and they go do the same thing to the next person. No more. I want you to look at what it is you believe that you have been asked to endure. Ask yourself who benefits from you enduring and running this race this way. Ask yourself, is this sustainable? Could I do this for the rest of my life? If the answer is not, yes, I could do this for the rest of my life, then no, it's not sustainable. If a person is acting a certain way and it's just continuing on, you should expect it'll be like that forever. Assessing these things honestly is what's going to save you time, energy, precious resources, and more time disrespecting yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that your trauma made you stronger. In a way, sure, right, but that doesn't mean I'm happy about it or that I should be. I'm not thanking my parents for doing that to me. I'm not thanking the person who assaulted me. I'm not doing that. And we've got to come to a point where we realize that that's what we're doing, or that's what we're asking someone else to do. The more we talk like this, the more likely it is that people are going to keep shrinking. They're going to keep engaging with dysfunctional people. They're going to keep disrespecting themselves, and that's going to change their brain chemistry. It's going to change the way they see themselves, the way they see the world, the way they think the world sees them. I wouldn't want this for anyone I cared about. So why would I ever accept it for me? Good luck.